In the last video, we have introduced a user class that is used in the return type of the methods inside our auth class. And before we go ahead and start using this new class, there is one more thing that I want to talk about. And what we said before is that by introducing this auth class, we can hide away all the implementation details of Firebase authentication. And one benefit of this approach is that if we choose to use a different authentication service in the future, we can do that without making too many changes to our codebase. However, at the moment, the implementation of the auth class is still Firebase specific, and it would be nice to be able to define a public interface which lists all the authentication methods that we need, and make it so that the auth class implements this public interface. And to define a public interface, we can use a feature of the Dart language called an abstract class. So I'm going to type in some code and then I'm going to explain it. So over here, I'm going to add an abstract class, AuthBase, like this. And this abstract class will declare the same three methods that we have provided here in the auth class. So rather than typing them by hand, I'm just going to copy and paste the method declarations. So I'm going to have this one, and this one, and this one as well. And because these are just method declarations inside an abstract class, I don't need to provide an implementation. And this means that I can just declare them like this with a semicolon in the end. And just for clarity, note that I also don't need to add the async keyword, and this is because these methods don't have an implementation and therefore we don't need to declare them with async. Okay, so now that I've implemented this abstract class, I'm going to say that my auth class implements AuthBase, just like that. And one thing that we can notice is that now that we've added these methods, Android Studio has added some small icons to the left of these declarations. And if I hover on any of these, I can read that these methods are overridden in subclasses. And also, if I hover down here, I can read implement method current user in AuthBase. And because we are overriding the methods in the base class, it's good practice to add @override annotations like this. Like that. In summary, we have created a base abstract class for our auth class, and we are going to use it to access the authentication APIs in the rest of the project. So at this stage, we are ready to move on, and if you're still not entirely familiar with abstract classes, you can check the relevant lessons on the Dart introduction in section 2. In any case, all this will make more sense as we make progress. So let's continue on the next video.